Hi friends, welcome back to Arc Tutorials. I'm super excited to bring you a brand new series on the channel, Python tutorial for beginners. I've covered a lot of frameworks: Angular, React, Bootstrap, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and much more. Starting today, you will also get to learn and master Python with me. Let's get started. This is part 1 of the series, and today we'll do Introduction to Python. In the next episode, we will do the installation. Before we kickstart the tutorial series, I want to thank you for continuing to support me and my channel. Please do like, share, comment on the videos. If you like my work, please do consider buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/arctutorials. Thank you in advance. Alright, so like I said, the first episode today is going to be introduction. So let's talk some basic stuff first, which is what is Python. Python is an high-level interpreted programming language. Here is the catch. A lot of people think Python is a compiled language. It is not. It is an interpreted language. Now, what do I mean by interpreted language? Interpreted language because its code is executed line by line by an interpreter at runtime, rather than being compiled into machine code beforehand. That's why it is called a interpreted language. It is known for its simplicity and code readability. It was created in 1991. Some of the key features of Python: it's easy to learn, it's beginner friendly. Even if you are absolutely new without any programming background, you can still easily pick up and learn Python. It's an open source, which means that it's community driven. You have help and sources available online. You can run Python code on any machine. When I say machine, I'm talking about the devices like Windows, Mac, Linux, etc. It has a lot of standard libraries and third-party packages which are absolutely critical and useful in order for us to not write code and just use the packages. It supports multiple programming paradigms like procedural, object-oriented, functional. It's dynamically typed. That means you don't need to declare variable types explicitly. It will be interpreted by a runtime at runtime. Now, why should you learn Python? Now, I can tell you and vouch you that where we are going from here, which is 2025, year 2025, you will see a lot of adaptation of Python. It can be used in web development. You can use build web applications, RESTful APIs using PyFlask, and much more. Of course, you would have heard by now that data and data science, AI apps, they're all becoming critical. They all use Python. For automation, again, lot of stuff goes in Python. So chances are that sooner or later you will have to work on one of these applications which will use Python, and hence you should learn it. It has a large community and plenty of resources for learning. Again, please do not buy any Udemy course or anywhere. Spend your money. Instead, you can buy me coffee. I'll do it here for free for you. Versatile support for small scripts to large applications. So Python can be used for literally any application of any scale. Some of the basic syntax highlights, right? These we'll talk as we start building code, but just giving you a high level bullets here. In Python, when we write code, indentation is extremely critical. Okay, so there is no curly open brace or closed for blocks. We are used to that if you're coming from any other programming language. Here we use the tabs, that is indentation. There is no need of writing semicolon at the end of lines. If you write, you will get error. Python is a case sensitive language, so make sure that you use a standard coding pattern in order to build your application. So remember, it's case sensitive. It has a pretty simple, straightforward, clear, readable syntax, which means anybody who reads the code can easily understand what that statement is doing. Now, Some of the applications, right? Where will we use Python and what are the projects we'll be doing? We will use Python for building web development. We'll build some web applications as part of some of the live projects. We'll use PyFlask. That's one of the RESTful endpoint that you can build through Python. I'll also show you how to use NumPy and Pandas. Those are mostly used for data science, data visualization, and stuff like that. Machine learning. Again, I will give you an introduction on TensorFlow of how you can integrate Python code with TensorFlow and start using that. In past, I have covered Puppeteer framework for automation. We will use Python to automate some of that work and scripting. Again, you can use Python for game development, web scraping, etc., etc., but those are all other applications. Primarily, as part of this series, I'll build a couple of live projects for you. We'll build RESTful endpoints, we'll use Pandas, NumPy for data visualization, and more. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you're excited. Please do give a like to this video, and that will be my motivation to continue more, to bring you more videos. If you like my work and tutorials, please do consider buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/arctutorials. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next episode.